What's up everyone, this is Ryan here. Today I'm going to do a talking video on the Craftsman compact blower. Now you can see it's still got one bar left in the bag. I know this thing's probably gonna die this weekend because with the 6-hour battery, you can see because this machine that you can see, I'll tell you, I'm show you. Still got one bar left in the bag, and you can see, but I'm hoping some point this thing will get used again this weekend about doing the cutting season, which I know it will get used again because you see how much expected this machine's being used almost like quite a bit, because I do like this thing a lot because you see how much I expected this machine like, which I do like this thing you can tell. This is a CMCB LZ100, and it will get used again this weekend again. I promise that this thing will get used again this weekend. You can see because you see how much expected, because not only because of the way this machine's been quite well used on this thing, because you see how much expected this machine's like, and it will get used again this weekend. I promise you this thing will get used again this weekend because you see how much expected this machine's like, which it's not a bad looking machine in my opinion. But as you can tell, this thing's been used almost like quite a bit because you see how much expected this machine's been quite a lot of use on this thing exactly, because you see how much expected this machine's been used almost like quite a bit, because if I was out there blowing some grass a little bit, because this thing can actually do it. You see, I expected this machine's been used almost like quite a bit of times, because you see how much expected this machine's been used almost like quite a bit, because I promise you this thing will get used again this weekend. I promise this thing will get used again, because this is a pretty nice looking blow in my opinion. If you could see how much I expected this machine exactly, because you see how much expected this machine exactly, which it will get used again this weekend. I promise you this thing will get used again this weekend, because you know how I expected this machine exactly, because you can see how much expected this thing exactly, which it's definitely how much I expected this machine exactly, but don't surprise you saying that it's gonna get used almost like quite a bit, because well, you can see how I expected this machine exactly. You can see, and I do like this thing a lot because you see how much expected this machine exactly, which it will get used again this weekend again, because don't surprise you saying that it's actually gonna get used almost like quite a bit, because you can see it's definitely how much I expected this machine exactly, which is definitely how much I expected this machine exactly, which it will get used again this weekend, so this thing will be used again this weekend.